Lovely. There you go. Our recording is on. A very, very, very good evening to all of you. Namaste. Thank you for sparing your time. This is something I always start with. Thank you for sparing your time. Thank you for believing that we are worthy to spend some time with. And we know you've had a whole day at work. We know that, as a teacher, you've had a very, very, very busy day at work. You're choosing to spend your Friday evening with us. So thank you so much for doing that. I'm just very, very quickly addressing a few things. Today, what we're doing is our second session for the Canva Education Bootcamp. I am going to talk to you about what the bootcamp is, what are the rules, what are we doing, etc. Just have a little patience here, and I will request you to please keep writing your questions in the chat, but also have a little patience, because sometimes, since there are some 270 people in the call, sometimes the chat tends to go super fast. So just have a little bit of patience. And at the end, of course, like always, we are going to make sure that we open the call for all of you, where you can actually unmute and you can speak. You can actually get your questions addressed, whatever it is that you have in mind. We'll make sure we do that as well. All right. With that, of course, quickly starting with who am I? I can see a few familiar faces and a few familiar names. So a few of you know me, I know, but for the rest of you, I am the manager at tech here at Mahattattva. Mahattattva is a very, very proud partner of Canva Education in India. We do a lot of professional development sessions and programs on behalf of Canva in the whole country, across the whole country. We're doing in-person sessions, we're doing online sessions, we're doing like a mix of all. And this is how we get to meet a lot of you. This is how we get to meet and interact with all of you, learn from all of you. So thank you for coming in once again, and really looking forward to this thing that we're about to do today. I can see a few people who are mentioning that you've not received your certificate for the previous session, because I know there are a few people who've joined today. There are a few people who are joining again today. They were there last time. Please, any queries related to your certificates, Lavika from my team is here with me. Thank you so much for all the support, Lavika. Lavika is just going to drop her email ID in the chat. I'll request you to please drop an email regarding your certificate to her email. Why? Very simple reason. Chat goes super fast. I just saw your name. Please don't expect me to remember that you didn't get your certificate in the next minute itself. I'm going to forget. I want to help you. We all here at Mahattattva want to help you. But writing in the chat does not help, because there's no way we can make sure we get your, we remember your query. Please do not write your email IDs in the chat. Please don't do that. That's not a very safe thing to do. You're in an open call with 300 people. Please don't give away your personal details openly. Lavika has written her email ID in the chat. If there's a problem, if there's an issue related to certificate, drop her an email ID. Don't write your email ID in the chat box. All right. Coming to what we're talking about today. We are talking about what is Canva education. We're talking about how your Canva interface looks like, and we're talking about celebrating learning using certificates and wonderful fun badges. And without any delay, we're going to get into that. A quick reminder for the ones who were there last time. Remember, Canva Education Bootcamp is meant for people to actually attend our sessions, then go ahead and do these sessions with their co-teachers and their students. So if you've started doing that already, please start reporting that too. We really want to give you these wonderful rewards that we have for you, and we don't want you to miss out on those. But again, make sure you report those sessions to us. Only then we will be able to give you those rewards. I will talk about that in detail very, very soon towards the end of the session. Just stay tuned, and we will have a discussion about that. And of course, all sessions here are being recorded, and we are going to share the recordings with you every time, like we did last time. Moving on. quickly talking about what is Canva. Canva, I'm sure this is something everybody knows. It's basically a design platform, but a wonderful, wonderful mix of productivity and creativity. It brings about some amazing features, amazing tools, amazing templates that help me make sure, that help us, all of us, make sure that we are not, creative heavy or productive heavy. We have a good balance of both in our workflows. And of course, as I said, it's a design tool that can be used to create anything and everything. Whatever you can think of, you can create with Canva. Whether it's a presentation, a comic strip, a worksheet, a lesson plan, a newsletter, a certificate, which we're going to design today, an activity, a website, even a Shadika card, if that's something that you're looking at, you can create anything using Canva. Of course, Canva education is something that's being used by more than 100 million students and teachers across the world, and more than 190 countries. There are 196 countries, right? Total 195, no, 196. So there are more than 190 who are using it already. It's completely free of cost for K-12 teachers, for working K-12 teachers. Something very important to remember. We get this question quite a lot from a lot of teachers that, okay, you know, I am a tuition teacher, or I am a retired teacher. Uh, Sorry, can't really help it. You have to be a working current K-12 teacher to be able to make sure that you get access to Canva education. And how do you do that? I am very quickly going to share a link in the chat. So there are two ways of making sure that you have Canva education. One is your whole school signs up. Um, this is something that we always suggest to all schools. It's a good idea that one person, could be your school principal or your IT admin, they sign up the whole school, they get Canva education for the whole school, and we'll be more than happy to support you with if there's any technical issue that you face. They get it for the whole school, they give it to their teachers, however many teachers are there, 50, 100, 200,000, however many teachers are there in your school. The IT admin gets it, gives it to the teachers, and then teachers create classes with their students. It's like a branch. That is a very straightforward process. But please make sure, if you're in a school, you sign up through that. Secondly, in case you are in a school that is not very supportive about supportive about such programs, in case you want to sign up individually, I've dropped another link in the chat. You will have to add in your basic details, like your name, your city, your school name, your email ID, etc. Use your official domain email ID, your school domain email ID. That always helps. And you will have to submit a document that verifies that you are a current working teacher. There are options of your teaching degree, etc. as well. But just having a teaching degree does not ensure that I am working in a school right now. So please make sure you put that out. You make sure you put in maybe a salary slip, because that's the most dated one. You add a salary slip, or you maybe an identity card. Please make sure you put in your basic details, and you put in your verification details to get verified. It takes about 48 hours to verify your documents, and that's when you get verified. Another thing, I'm just going to stop for a second here, and I'm going to request Lavika to drop her email ID once again. There could be a few people who tried, who, their application was rejected. If there is any such situation, again, please avoid writing it in the chat. Lavika is just going to drop her email ID. Please send her a mail. We'll have to help you out. So again, same reason, if you write, I didn't get it, not really possible for me to remember after 1 hour that you didn't get it. But please drop us an email ID so we remember that we need to address this particular query with you. All right. With that, of course, sorry, Lavika has already dropped her email ID in case somebody wants to take a screenshot of this slide as well. Pooja and Lavika from our team are the ones who will help you with any such situation that you might be in. So please make sure you do that. With that, we're getting started with our topic for today. And Srinidhi, if you are a student, this session is not meant for students. Please feel free to leave. Thank you so much for coming in. In case that confused you, this is meant for teachers. Please feel free to leave the session. Thank you so much. All right, let's start. We're talking about celebrating learning, and what better way to celebrate learning other than certificates? I don't need to tell you, certificates is something that excites everybody from every age group. You know, if after attending this session, once you get your certificate, there'll be like a little happy feeling in you as well, that okay, I did something, I put in some effort, and I got a certificate for my efforts. So similarly, why don't we give out um, these particular certificates? Why don't we give out such certificates to our children? Why don't we give out small appreciation badges to our children? And we are just going to explore right away. There are some wonderful ways of creating these certificates and these badges very very easily within Canva. There are these few, if you see, these are bulk certificates that have been created, that we can very easily create. We're going to just see right now. This is one very nice, wonderful interactive certificate that can be created. We're going to explore that as well. And then, of course, you can also get your certificates very easily printed. We'll talk about that. With that, just going to come to my Canva Education home screen. And now I am just going to, this is a humble request for everybody here. Lavika has dropped her email ID in the chat. I am just going to pin her. Give me a second. Okay, I'm just going to pin her email ID right here. Humble request to all of you. Any queries related to certificates? Please do not write your email IDs in the chat box. Please, humble request, please do not write your email IDs in the chat box. We don't require your email IDs on a public platform like this. Coming back, please make sure that if there is any query related to certificates, related to any Canva licensing, related to anything that you didn't get, there's an access issue, anything at all, please drop her an email ID. Avoid writing it in the chat. We're going to get started with a few things. We want to make sure there are no relevant doubts regarding any particular flow that we are looking at, that we don't miss out on any particular doubts related to this. I'm just a major request to all of you. Let's avoid writing anything unnecessary in the chat, because if there's any doubt regarding the process that I just followed, we might just end up missing that. Right. So this is what my Canva Education home screen looks like. A very quick reminder for the ones who are confused. Sometimes a lot of teachers ask us that, I did sign up, I did get Canva Education, but I don't know if I have it. One very quick way of checking if you have Canva Education is this right here. This option of Learn Grid right here. If you see this Learn Grid option on your home page, you're in the right place. If you see this Classroom option on your left-hand side panel, you're in the right place. So, a quick identifier. Of course, this is where all the magic happens. If I want to explore some templates, which I am just going to explore right away, we are looking at some certificates. There are some certificate templates. Of course, if you look at this, wonderful, beautiful templates, but very corporate kind templates, right? Let me just write down school certificate. There you go. This has a little more color, much more relevant to the sector that we are in. I might want to give out certificates for, of course, see, we always give out certificates for the children who come first, second, third. We always give out certificates for the times when, you got 100% attendance and stuff like that. But with these things, you don't really have to wait for your school to give you that particular certificate and you write down on it, and there is only a certain number, limited number of certificates that you can make. All these are small congratulatory certificates. Maybe you want to give out a certificate to a child uh, who who used to score 40% and now he has suddenly scored 60%. That's also an improvement. So not just the child who got first position deserves a certificate, even that 40 to 60 deserves an appreciation. So similarly, maybe there was a child who was very kind to other children that day, who was very helpful to other children that day. You might want to create a small certificate that kind of appreciates that child's actions, right? So right here, I can just pick up any certificate and I can customize it. I'm just going to take a second and also show you a few badges. Same thing, same exact logic. Maybe there's a child who's been very, very kind. There's a child who has been a very good sports person. There's a child who was very good at maybe collecting notebooks. He was a very good monitor in the class, right? You want to, of course, eco club and things like that. You might want to give out a small badge for well done, right? Look at this, nice work. So all these wonderful badges and certificates, all these templates available. Look at this, keep going, awesome, you did it, good job. I have seen teachers, sharing a small idea, I have seen teachers create these badges and maybe arrange like about 20 of these badges on one A4 size sheet. Take a printout of those A4s, that one A4 size sheet, cut and paste it whenever you do your class, your notebook corrections, right? So that's also small things that can help your children be very, very motivated. And remember, all these templates are completely customizable. I can just pick up one of them and I can say that, nah, I don't like the green color. I want to make it pink. I want to make it blue, right? So I am just going to click on this. Let me click on customize and let me show you how. All right. Okay. Look at this. Now, this is a certificate, if I may say, very English kind of certificate. Maybe I want to write my school name here. I'm just going to call it Rose Public School, right? Certificate of achievement. In here, I might want to write my child's name, and for being a caring classmate who always helps others. Every single thing right here is customizable. I want to make it a sports achievement certificate. I want to make it a kindness achievement certificate. I want to make it, I want to make it something that I just want to appreciate the child for any small thing. I can very well do that very, very easily. All these things, as I said, I can just change the font right here, font size, font color, font style, change the whole wording, change the element itself. I'm not liking this trophy. Maybe I want to add a clapping sort of graphic. Let's take this one. There you go, right? I can change it, I can delete it. I completely customizable for me. I can very well do this. Just going to stop for a second here in case there's any doubt. Great, thank you. We'll continue and we'll just, as I said, my certificate is ready. And this Arjun was a very, very good, well-behaved child in my class and who wanted to help others. And I want to give him this certificate this week. Straightforward, two ways. One is I go to my share button, I download his certificate as an image or a PDF, and I share it with him over email or WhatsApp, whatever it is that you choose. Another way is, of course, I download it as a PDF or an image, I take a printout, and I award it to him in the classroom. That's also another option, right? One very important option and very, very, very important question that we get asked by a lot of teachers. Fine, I can make one certificate. I can make one very pretty looking certificate. What if it's a certificate I don't teach one child, right? I teach probably 40 children in one class. I teach 5 sections. So Maybe there are 20 children, maybe there are 30 children that I want to give out certificates to. A lot of times it also happens I want to give out there was an inter-school event in my school and I want to give out certificates to 200 children, right? Do I click here? One option is, of course, I come here, I duplicate it, and I keep changing Arjun Gupta to Seema Nair and uh, uh, Pooja Mehta and stuff like that. I can kind of keep changing each and every word whenever I need. One very, very important option is, I will request you all, and I'm very sorry, it's just in the interest of time, I will not be able to repeat any step. This is being recorded. We will share the recording with you, but again, very sorry, we will not be able to repeat. So in case you're trying some things along in on another tab, please come back, look at my screen for a few minutes now. On the left hand side, there is an option called apps. When I go to apps, I'm going to search for something called bulk create. And I'm going to make sure that I choose this one option called bulk create. It's taking a little while to load. Give me a second. There you go. The first one. First one, bulk create. As the name suggests, it helps you create designs in bulk. And you could be having your data in multiple ways. One is, of course, you have your data in a Canva sheet, in a Canva spreadsheet. Or maybe you have your data in a Google sheet. Or if your school uses any of these apps at any point in time, your Google Analytics, a BigQuery, a Sheet Sync, you can do that. Most, like the easiest way to do this is actually type in phone numbers, type in your children's names right here, and just kind of say that, okay, Arjun Gupta needs one, Pooja Mehta needs one, and sort of thing. I can also upload some data. Maybe there is a Microsoft Excel file, a CSV file that I have. I might want to upload that data. Whatever way you have data. And when I say data, in my situation, I mean names of children. I want to give out this particular certificate to 40 children. Now, again, just for sample purposes, I had kept one sheet ready. My data is in a Google sheet. You can use this for anything. I am just going to look for this particular sheet in my drive. There's a sheet called student list. I'll show you how this looks like. There you go. This is this one sheet that I have. About 30 names I have in this sheet. And there you go. These are the names that I have in this sheet. Right? I have 40 names, sorry. I'm clicking on done. Be very, very careful now. Now what I'm about to do is, this is where I want all the changes. I want Arjun Gupta to become Arav Bansal and Adya Mehta and Arohi Sharma and so on. I'm going to click on this text box, click on these three dots here, click on connect data, and look at this very carefully. This and this, just going slow here, Arav Bansal, which was my first column, the names column, and Arav Bansal, that was the first name. That's why it's showing Arav Bansal. What has happened here is, this text box is now connected with the first column of my data. Similarly, you can have multiple text boxes. Maybe there's an Arjun Gupta 6C. And in your data, you have Arav Bansal 7D, Adya Mehta 9D, whatever. So maybe what you will, in that case, you will do is, you will insert two text boxes in your design. Connect data, first column, connect data, second column. That's how you do it. You just click on the text box, three dots, connect data, and you connect it with the column that you need for that particular text box. And that's it. You click on continue, it's going to create those bulk designs for you in a few seconds. There you go, it's done. Here, your Adya Mehta, and I had these names ready. Your certificates are ready. These are some 40 designs that you have ready. Very straightforward. You click on the share button, you download them as PNG. When you download all of them as PNG, all of them get downloaded separately as images in a zip folder in your device, whatever device that you're using. And then, of course, you want to print them out, you want to give them in an e-version, that's completely up to you. This is how you create bulk certificates in a few seconds. I hope that helped, and I'm sorry again, time does not allow me to repeat it. I wish I could, but I can't right now. We will share the recording with you if you need it. I completely understand. Sometimes in the first go, it gets a little overwhelming. Oh, where do I click? That's the reason why we will be sharing the recording with you. Just going to stop for a few seconds here. Fatima ji, that's not an option that's integrated within Canva, but of course, there are other softwares that you can do it for that as well. Sangeeta ji, you need Canva Education. It will not work on a basic design. I will not call it premium account. Since you're a teacher, you don't have to pay for it. Call it Canva Education. You need that. So. All right. Okay. Coming back, as I said, there are these basic ways. Download it, share it in an e-version, download it, get it printed. And of course, there's one more very interesting feature I would like to show you right here. There's something called Print with Canva. I don't know how many of you have explored it. Just sharing an idea with you, not telling you to do it, because I'm sure everybody has their own systems for printing in whichever school that you work with. Canva actually also provides a printing service. It takes time. I'm going to be very, very straightforward, honest with you. So not like, you go to your school printer, you get it in a few seconds. Of course, when you order it on the Canva service, you will not get it in a few seconds. It'll take a few days. But the quality that you get is very, very good. So just sharing a little idea with you, in case you want to get flyers, you want to get invitations, you want to get certificates printed for something, you can make use of it. It just works like a shopping website where you say that, okay, I want to get these certificates printed or these flyers printed. I want 50 copies, 90 copies. You want front and back. I mean, those basic printing options, standard paper, premium paper. The quality comes out to be very, very good. Of course, the costing is right here. You don't have to pay if you think it's too costly, but just sharing a little idea with you that's available. Coming back to my Canva homepage and talking about one more very interesting way of creating your certificates is Canva AI. And right here on the left hand side is this option for Canva AI. What we've done right now is we've talked about certificates, we've talked about badges, we've talked about how to create bulk certificates. Same will go for a bulk badge. Sometimes maybe you're an eco club in charge and you want to give out eco club badges to your 50 children who are the members of your eco club. You want to write their names in it. Same thing. Just create a text box. Just connect some data, connect data to that one column, and you will get customized badges as well. Same thing can also hold true for invitations. Sorry, I'm just having a few ideas before I move on. You want to write a few invitation letters, annual day invitations and stuff like that. You want customized invitations to go out. Create a text box, connect it with your data, the name will come. And you can have as many text boxes and as many data columns as you want. Just keep connecting that one text box with that one column. Coming back, what I was saying, there's one more very interesting way that I want to share with you. On my left hand side is Canva AI. Coming here and going to Canva Code. Now, Canva Code is something that we've been exploring very, very deeply, and we've been getting a lot of wonderful designs from a lot of teachers like you. I will be talking to you about this particular competition that we're holding right now, which involves Canva Code. But in case you are new to Canva Code, we are running weekly workshops every Wednesday and every Saturday. We do Canva Code workshops. So come in, attend. That's something that might be helpful for you. But if you look at this, as soon as I clicked on Canva Code, I have this option of interactive certificates. Now again, my prompt matters. The better my prompt is, the better my output is going to be. Now, just in the interest of time, what I've done is I've kept my prompt ready. I have a very detailed prompt. I'm just going to zoom in a bit so that you can read it. I'm asking them to create an interactive certificate For a child who's very, very good at football, I want like confetti, I want bouncing footballs, and I want a lot of fun things to give out to this particular child. He was the best star performer in my school, and maybe during the assembly we want to appreciate him, and I want to like give a nice, very, very fun looking slide for him. And that's something that can be explored using Canva code. I am about to create an interactive certificate. Again, try to think of all these things along the lines of, at your school level, at your class level, you might want to share these things, you might want to use these things. Very basic, takes 5 minutes, creates a wonderful designs, and your children are left feeling so happy. So why not, right? And I'm just going to show you once it's done. Canva code will take a few more seconds than bulk create did, because it's doing a much more deep designing job, but does a wonderful job, and you get these confetti and these wonderful things. I'm just going to share the prompt with you. There you go, it's in the chat. Yeah, there you go. My certificate is ready. I don't know if you can hear the sound. I'm sorry if you can't. But this is like one football star certificate. I didn't, in my prompt, I've made one major mistake in my prompt. I didn't write the child's name, right? So I should have done that. For the ones who are going to try out with my prompt, please write a child's name. It's going to give you the child's name as well. Maybe you want to write down the school's name as well. Maybe you want to write down the sports coordinator's name as well. So please work on my prompt. My prompt was not perfect, but this is what it does. It gives you this wonderful design. And what you can do is you can just go ahead, publish it. This gets published as a website, but you can very well publish it and just make it your own, make use of it in your classroom, in your assemblies, in your annual days, where you want to maybe appreciate a few children particularly. So that this is an interactive certificate that we have created with Canva code. All right, just going to stop for another few seconds here. There is no download button in Canva Code AI because it's a website that gets created. It's not exactly a presentation or a PDF. Canva Code does not have a download option. And Neelamji, maybe you're not on Canva Education. That's why you're not able to see this. Please make sure you sign up on Canva Education. That's, you get to see it on the left hand side panel, Canva AI. You have code, you have interactive certificate. That's where you see this option. All right. Okay, I am just going to move on. Sangeeta ji, which link are you asking for? I'm not too sure about that. I am pretty close to closing this session. I have some very, very important things to talk to you about. But of course, I mean, that's something I am anyway going to talk to you about. But just coming back, I'll just request Lavika to drop both the links once again, the individual teacher sign up and the whole school sign up links, please. Thanks, Lavika. But again, now I'm just once more going to request you all to please be a little patient. Hold on to your questions, because if you put in too many questions, you might just miss the answers. So please just hold on to the questions. We have wrapped up the content part of our session today. We have talked about creating certificates. We've talked about creating badges. Then we spoke about creating bulk certificates. And then we also spoke about creating interactive certificates using Canva code. So I hope you really are able to use this in your classroom somewhere or the other, and it helps you and your children in some manner or the other. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. I have a few more information. I'm just going to stop the recording.